On July 17, 2014, at 12:31 Universal Time Coordinated, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH17 departed Amsterdam for Kuala Lumpur, carrying 283 passengers and 15 crew members aboard a Boeing 777-200ER registered 9 MMRD. The aircraft climbed to its cruising altitude of roughly 33,000 feet, 10 kilometers, over eastern Ukraine, a region embroiled in armed conflict between Ukrainian forces and pro-Russian separatists. Over the war-torn Donetsk Oblast, near the settlement of Rabov, the plane suddenly vanished from radar. There would be no chance to land.
Investigators later concluded that the aircraft was struck by a surface-to-air missile, specifically a Russian-made Buk 9M38 system, which detonated in close proximity outside and to the left of the cockpit. The explosion tore the cockpit apart, destroyed the control systems, and caused the jet to break up while still airborne. Wreckage fell across a broad swathe of farmland. All 298 people on board were killed.
A Dutch-led joint investigation team, JIT, working with others, determined that the missile system originated from the Russian Federation's 53rd Anti-Aircraft Missile Brigade, was transported into Ukrainian separatist-controlled territory, fired on July 17, 2014, and then returned to Russia. The investigative process cataloged open-source imagery, satellite data, intercepted communications, and forensic analysis of the wreckage and missile fragments. In the aftermath, the governments of the Netherlands and Australia held Russia responsible for the deployment of the missile system.
Of the 298 victims, a large majority were Dutch nationals, around 196, with others from Malaysia, Australia, Indonesia, the UK, and various countries. The catastrophe triggered a worldwide outpouring of grief, demands for justice, and international condemnation. The United Nations Security Council adopted Resolution 2166 on July 21, 2014, demanding a full, impartial international investigation into the incident.
This tragedy exposed the grave risk to civilian air traffic over conflict zones. It highlighted how war, weapon systems, geopolitics, and aviation safety intersect in deadly form. It also raised major questions about accountability, state-sponsored weapon transfers, and the protection of civilians in airborne transit over militarized regions.
Memorials have been erected in the Netherlands and other nations for the victims. Legal proceedings have been conducted. Some individuals were sentenced in absentia in the Netherlands for their roles in the downing. Aviation authorities and international bodies have re-evaluated airspace protocols, war zone risk assessment, and the responsibilities of states in safeguarding civil flights.
Flight MH17 reminds us that a commercial jet full of civilians can become a casualty of war, not by accident alone, but by decisions, armed systems, and geopolitics. The memory of those 298 lives rests on a field in eastern Ukraine. Their stories continue. Their families still seek answers. And the world must remember, to fly safely in peace, human lives must not become collateral in conflict.